So what is the number one thing that you need to be communicating to the legal community as a physician who wants to help more personal injury patients in order to gain their trust and really get more PI patients into your clinic? My name is Dr. 𝗂𝗏 with PI Expert Secrets. We work with doctors all over the country, chiropractors specifically, that want to increase and grow the personal injury portion of their practice. So when dealing with the legal community and attorneys specifically, the number one thing that you want to communicate is going to be case value. Case value is really all they want to hear at the end of the day. Case value is something that you have complete control over regarding, at least on your end, notes, records, organization, documentation, and everything else that actually goes into building that case over time. So let's dive into some specifics here. Regarding case value, you want to focus on communicating the fact that you understand objective evidence of injury. So what does that mean? For all you physicians out there, it just means that you have a diagnosis backed up by examination findings and backed up by actual diagnostic imaging and other testing results, right? So you have proof of injury that attorney can then go ahead and take to auto insurance companies, to the adjusters, so that they can do what they do on their end and represent that client properly. Next, you want to make sure that that personal injury client, that their injuries are documented properly, that your notes are extremely detailed, and you have all the key things, all the key sentences, and the key aspects that really make up quality notes when it comes to personal injury. I'm sure, many of the people in the legal community out there, any attorneys, have seen notes from a ton of different docs, and they can recognize quality and they can recognize notes from a physician that they probably don't want to work with too frequently in the future. So you have to make sure that your documentation is sound. You need to know what goes in there and then how to communicate that and accurately tell that patient's story. Co-management with other providers is going to be another part of actual case value that you can pitch these attorneys. And what I mean by that is you have a network of providers, of specialists that you've networked with that work well with you and understand those specific injuries that you're going to be dealing with after an auto accident. And you can refer to them and work together as a healthcare team in order to maximize their treatment outcomes, which in turn is going to help bolster normally the value of that case, depending on those injuries. Finally, you want to actually communicate that you're a plug-in system for personal injury patients, that you understand organization, that you understand that when you are sent a client, when a client finds you online or however your PI clients find you, that you understand how to plug them in to certain providers, how to organize the systems, and how to make sure that your PI patient is getting all the treatment that they need and that they're being taken care of. Healthcare, like anything else, is actually a business, and businesses that are organized and businesses that really understand a specific niche are those that can really stand out. And listen, as chiropractors, we are musculoskeletal experts. Personal injury can be a very important part of your practice when done properly. It can be extremely lucrative and it can be extremely rewarding. So it's definitely something that you want to focus on if you haven't already, if you're interested in those kind of injuries and the actual financial benefits of dealing with personal injury patients. So my name is Dr. 𝗂𝗏. Again, this was PI Expert Secrets. If you found this information helpful, go ahead and check us out at PIExpertsecrets.com.